Officer Lynch.
On the run from the Orleans Parish Jail is now surpassing that 5-week manhunt mark. Today, tense moments though for many neighbors in New Orleans as a slew of officers swarmed a home in the 7th Ward. This on Annette Street, not too far from where another house was searched just last week. Shay O'Connor went to that scene earlier today and has this report.
Yeah, officials tell me that they received a tip earlier this morning about Antione Massey being at a home between Hope and Annette Streets. Earlier this morning, they did not find Massey. Now, on your screen right now, some video that shows just how large that police presence was. WDSU was here and saw SWAT, along with what appeared to be state police and NOPD. Many streets were blocked off as officials worked to check into that tip. They cleared the scene around 10 a.m. Now, as we know, Antione Massey and Derrick Groves remain on the loose following the jailbreak from Orleans Justice Center on May 16th. Lately, there have been no sightings from either of the escaped inmates, but that has not stopped officials from checking into tips, including all across our city.
Second New Orleans home searched by U.S. Marshals in less than 24 hours as investigators work to close in on escaped inmate Derrick Groves.
Yeah, and that's as the 2 remaining jail escapees have been on the run for more than 1 month now. WDS reporter Shay O'Connor explains that law enforcement searched a house to see if Groves has been in contact with his family. Shay?
Good evening to you, Stella and Gina. Family members tell me they just don't want these visits to escalate in any way. They tell me that they do not know where Derrick Groves is. They also described to me what happened after hearing law enforcement knocking on their door earlier this morning.
So when I opened the door, it had like 12 cars. People, marshals out with their guns. This sad. Right.
Jasmine Groves, the aunt of escaped inmate Derrick Groves, took this video showing the large police presence around her home.
I told them, babies in the house. I met them at the sidewalk, and one of them with the shield, and the guy got behind him, and they're ready to go in. I said, you. Now this is where I draw the line.
U.S. Marshals say they searched the home with permission and did not make any arrests.
I don't know where he at. I haven't spoke with him. I don't even try to Google my contact.
Convicted killer Derrick Groves and Antione Massey remain on the loose. For the most part, Groves has been largely unspotted since the escape. U.S. Marshals tell WDSU they went to the home to re-interview a close acquaintance of Groves.
Well, I'm not saying that the people today were not honest. They were, actually. But we have had issues in the past where people have blatantly lied to us, and the person's been in the residence or at least nearby.
Marshals say they brought a large police presence in case they found Groves.
No, he haven't tried to contact me. Obviously, y'all don't know. Because, you know what I'm saying? So I'm asking, what is the relevance?
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as we is now over a month in since the New Orleans 10 inmate jailbreak escape where they eventually arrested 8. You still got 2 left. Antione Massey, who has went viral a few times, and Derrick Groves. And I had a link in the description where you can watch the clips at the beginning in full from WDSU. As the first clip y'all saw right there came out today as they received a tip that he was in the 7th Ward of New Orleans. They went to that home as they have hit several homes looking for Antione Massey, but he was not there today. And also from the other day, which I was going to initially report on that story right there, that they had went to Derrick Groves' family house a few times looking for him as well, and he was not there either, as y'all saw. Now, we seen they have arrested people that have supposedly helped after the fact or during the process of getting them out of jail. I think it's up to 15 total right now. But as you heard them say the other day, that when they came to Derrick Groves' family house, everybody was truthful. They have not talked to him. They have not seen him. For the most part, Groves has been largely unspotted since the May 16th escape. U.S. Marshals tells WDSU they went to the home to re-interview a close acquaintance of Groves. The day before, a woman who lives in a home where Jasmine Groves used to live said U.S. Marshals also paid her residents a visit. Brian with U.S. Marshals Office said, I am not saying the people today were not honest. They were actually. But we have had issues in the past where people have blatantly lied to us and a person was in the residence or nearby. Marshals said they bought a large police presence in case they found Groves. Groves said he hasn't tried to contact me. Obviously, y'all would know. I'm asking, what is the relevance? I know my rights. Groves is the daughter of Kim Groves. Kim was shot and killed in 1994. The hit was ordered by a corrupt NOPD officer, Lynn Davis, after Kim witnessed him beating a young person in her neighborhood. Kim had been planning Jasmine's 13th birthday. Derrick Groves, Kim Groves' grandson, was convicted of murder last October after 4 trials. One resulted in a mistrial, another in a deadlock. Now, with everything going on, I didn't know at first myself that Groves had this history and this storyline with his grandmother connected to NOPD. Their family most definitely has a little thing with New Orleans PD out there. We not finna sit up here and sugarcoat it. They take your family member out when she was doing right and he was doing wrong, lawsuit, settlement, and everything of the sort with that. That's gonna be some stuff. They just recently arrested what they said was his girlfriend, allegedly. That it came out. They also, when it comes to Antione Massey, had went and raided a house that he shot that video at that we all seen go viral on the internet. And that was only 3 miles away from the jail. They came in and said that the U.S. Marshals and a lot of the resources that they were using were being pulled back because time had went in. They were saying, hey, we'll even offer y'all a free public defender to come in talking to Antione Massey. Derrick Groves, it was waiting on sentencing already. When it came to his case, he had been already found guilty and convicted of these murders. And I'll tell you like this, you know, the family is being affected by them being on the run. They raiding houses, they trying to contact them. But like she said, hey man, if I was in contact with them, y'all gonna know. Y'all would know it. Y'all would hear it. Y'all would see it. Y'all watching everything we do. We know y'all tapping lines and all this. We ain't talked to them. It sucks, you know, that they going through this, but even with them coming around doing all this stuff, man, it's like I guess a tactic. And I just say that the family shouldn't be affected because they know, y'all know that they ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. Even using them is to make him turn himself in. They ain't got nothing to do with this dude, anybody being on the run. Just keeping it all the way 1,000. Not a Antione Massey situation. That one right there supposedly, allegedly came from a tip. I couldn't speak on that one because we don't know. But y'all said directly they didn't lie to y'all. The family is not telling y'all nothing. Like y'all didn't arrested all these other people that did help. Y'all got the information, but that's how they do their investigations. We shall see. This is getting wild. And I'll say this, man, this has been a real live story. I think when Antione Massey went up on the internet, they took it to somewhere else. Like, man, we ain't never seen nothing like this before. This is once in a lifetime thing. Like it's a real live movie with this going on and this. Every week it get updated. More and more time is going on. Derrick Groves has not been seen, have not been heard from, nothing. And other reports, they said that he is pretty much vanished as we are today. We'll see what happened with it. The feds is looking, everybody looking into it. Tell what y'all think. You got bounty hunters, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pit.